my local produce place to pick up some flowers for the Airbnb. Let's see what we'll find today. They're all ready for spring. They've got lots of flowers out and some tropical plants even. Let's go check out what they have. They have ferns, which is great. I need these for the Airbnb outside the back door. Get some alstroemeria because they last a long time, and they come in usually orange and yellow, which is perfect for these. Okay, I just got back to the cottage and take a walk around, see what's blooming in the garden. All this bugleweed, or chocolate chip bugleweed, is blooming. It's so pretty and blue. And then along here we have thyme, creeping thyme, some sage coming up, coreopsis. There's some sage getting some little flower tips there. Sedum, we have sedum. And Coral Forester grass. And up top there we have some Russian sage. I still need to do my baskets, but we've been getting some freezing weather, so I haven't wanted to do that yet. I don't want to lose the plants. And here's our new steps we just had installed this winter. Aren't they beautiful? The old ones were terrible concrete, just crumbling apart, and with an old railing. So we are still waiting to get quotes on a new railing. And this is the stone wall that I built during COVID. All right, welcome to Sunny Cottage. We're coming into the kitchen. And you'll see I have all my vases out here because they need to be filled up. But everything else is pretty much ready to go. We set the flowers down in the sink and give you a little tour here. So this is the kitchen. I did all this tile work myself. And we have a friend who paints auto bodies, so he painted these cabinets for us in a white metallic, which looks great. So this window looks out onto the patio. We have our house rules and check-in and check-out rules. And the front looks out onto the garden. And this is our little breakfast nook. And right outside this window is a planter box. So when I get that planted, you'll have a view of flowers all along this window. This is the art wall going from the kitchen side to the living room side. It's a cute little living room. We have air conditioning and heating units in addition to our normal radiator heat. is the Matisse room. Mainly because it all started with this piece of art, which I believe is IKEA, but it's a Matisse. This side looks out onto the patio, and we have this really cool vintage dresser. I purchased it painted like this. Normally this would be like a natural maple color, but I thought it looked pretty cool the way it was, so I left it painted. And then on the other side of the bathroom is the larger of the two bedrooms, and we call this the Ansel Adams room. And that's kind of cheesy, but we have an Ansel Adams poster, and the main theme of this room was the black and white artwork. And this room does have a closet. And we're going to put some flowers over here in the corner. We have down bedding. There's plenty of storage in this room, and that's it pretty much. I mean, this door goes upstairs, which I'm not going to show you today because it's finished and usable, but we use it for storage. So anyway, that's Sunny Cottage. It's a cute little place. It has everything you need. Depending on where I go for the flowers, sometimes I have to buy 2 bunches. Some places have bigger bunches. I usually try to get orange and yellow or pink and orange combination, which I think looks really good. So take this vase and kind of hold the flowers up to kind of gauge how tall we want to cut them. Snip them off. Make sure you cut all of the leaves off that are going underwater. If you don't do that, the leaves are going to get all mushy in the water and make the water get all slimy, and you don't want that. You want the flowers to last as long as you can. I rarely ever use the powder mix that they put into the packets of flowers, because I find these last a long time. These will last you often like 2 weeks. So the good thing is I usually get a fresh batch for every guest, so every guest has the same experience. But then when the guest leaves, the flowers are still looking so beautiful, so I just take them home and I enjoy them myself. So that's a plus. Usually I always put an odd number because the odd numbers look better. So let's see, we've got 4, there's 5. So we'll get started with the next one because I don't want to run out of flowers before I've gotten something in every vase. So we'll do the biggest one now. Again, just hold it up to the pot to gauge what height you want it. Make sure all the leaves are off. It's a little bit tall still. Alright, so we'll cut a couple more the same length. Oops. Some orange ones in there. Alright, so I've got 3 in there. We'll set that aside and get these little guys going. Usually only 1 or 2 will fit into these vases because the opening is so small. And I have to cut them really short. So I'm going to do 1 yellow and 1 orange. I think these are too long still. Okay. There we go. We we've got one yellow, one orange, bedroom 1. Okay, now we're going to put the kitchen one on the table. Sometimes when I don't have enough flowers, we just leave this little jade plant here, which needs a drink of water. And then we have this one that's going to go into the bathroom. There's a little ledge behind the toilet where the colorful picture is. I like to put one there. So the last two go by the bedsides. So we have one, and then we're going to put this one in here. And it's just a cheerful way to wake up in the morning, or the last thing you see before you go to sleep. Now I've got to clean up this mess, put that in the garden recycling. I need to water this little air plant and the jade plant and clean up the sink, and then the cottage is ready for the next guest. Okay, I'm here at my booth, Sunny Cottage Shop, and today's goal is to take out some things that haven't sold, and I'll be taking them to an outdoor yard sale, which is taking place at a garden center. But hi everybody. I just put some new things in here on Monday. This pine shelf is new, and I brought in this ornate mirror. It's not really old, but it's from the 1990s, and this is a really beautiful antique French chandelier. It's from the early, I would say 1920 to 1930s. And this is also an antique French cast iron urn. And I recently got that red post box too, which is really cute. I heard that's from the 70s. I have 2 sunset pictures. This one is by an artist from the 1970s, and this is actually a print. And it's called Hazy Day. One of the coolest things that I found or purchased this week for resale is this antique French frame. I believe it's 19th century. And it has all of this beautiful ormolu. Unfortunately, whoever owned this stored it in a basement. And that, yes, my friends, is mold. So what I need to do is disassemble this whole frame, take it apart, take all of these little ormolu pieces out, remove the fabric, clean up all of the glass and the ormolu to remove the mold. And then I need to find some replacement fabric to insert into it. But it's a beautiful bronze frame. I believe it's a gilded bronze. And I started to take it apart. I forgot to start filming. But the back of it also needs a little bit of help. As you can see, this piece has come completely loose, the little kickstand part. So it's a project for sure, but I think it's worth it. So here I have removed the insert with the fabric. And I need to take out all of these ormolu pieces. They're held in by little tiny nails. So I'm going to pop these out and clean them up, and I'll show them to you. So after disassembling the entire frame, this is the parts that we're left with that are salvageable, which is the ormolu, these little thin wood pieces, the outer frame, the inner frame, the glass. And this is very interesting because this was part of the construction, and I believe it might be the original fabric. Not 100% sure, but how pretty is that? Well, it's been a long day, and it's time to give my dog Chet some love and attention. So please like and subscribe to help my channel grow. And if you hit the bell notification, you'll learn when I have new videos out. Thanks so much for watching.